or when is there going to be actual sort of, where the citizens of Cumberland can get together to decide what they would like to see in those design guidelines rather than merely always reacting to what staff has proposed. When staff doesn't ask any citizens, all it is staff and the developer meeting, and then it comes to council and there's no room for input.
Well, I'll discuss that with staff and see if we can come up with some means of adapting. I mean, we do put ideas forward based on records from other places, based on staff experience, and bring it back to the public for approval, which is reactionary, I agree, but unless you had a planning committee, I don't know how you could involve the whole community in pre-planning.
Just like we did in the OCP.
I wouldn't want to be building anything, your worship, if I had about 15 people telling me what color I can paint, what bricks I can use, or whatever. I think the process is in place now. Anyway.
Okay, we'll take a look at it. Any other questions? Yes.
I want to ask about Egmont Park and what's happening there. You know, we live there. Our children want to get back to playing in the park, and I'm just wondering what's going to happen there because it's still very rough there. There's gravel. We understood that wood chips were going to be put around the trees to enhance the cedars' chance of survival in the hot weather. And I'd like to see some steps there to finish that off, tidy it up or whatever so the kids can play in it and retain it as a natural green space. And also we're seeing people stuff out into the park still. And I want you as a village to consider the liability of allowing private structures and things in that park if something happens. Are these people signing liability waivers for trees that have been left around their yard that are actually park property?
Well,
So,
perhaps you just missed it before you came in.
I know I missed it, yeah.
There is a complete plan in place that's been recommended by staff and approved.
Yeah, which,
So,
okay, we want to see as soon as possible, please.
okay. Anything else? Yes.
I just need clarification on the town hall meeting. What day was that gonna be?
I think they were April 30th was the recommendation.
At what time? Do we know what time?
Well, staff's working on that. You want to set it?
If they're starting at 5:30, other meetings, and like they start at 5:30.
Great, sounds good.
5:30 sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay.
Pardon me if I missed it, but did you say what your specific concerns were regarding the boundary extension proposal that you would be discussing?
The specific concerns are about whether we would be providing water to a community over which we have no control of the planning, such as Courtney took over areas that were provided by the Royston Improvement District water, which comes from our system. We would want to have a better understanding of how much that was, where it was, and et cetera.
And so did you previously think that that portion was not included in the extension?
We understood there wasn't any portion included in the new request that would include Royston Improvement District.
Right, okay. So you're concerned about the portion that might be including the park that is within the Royston Improvement District?
That's right.
Thank you.
Okay? Yes.
With trying to clarify with the ad hoc committee in Chinatown and Perseverance Creek, so does that mean that they can start the process of getting trails put in that they wanted in that design and maybe going to the Rotary Club in Cumberland to see if they want to help build the bridge?
Well,
Can they start on all of that stuff
They've been
already?
given support in principle, we just have to sit down now and discuss the details. Yeah.
Is there a timeline for that?
Council didn't set a timeline tonight, but we have set a timeline, if you'll recall at the last meeting, that no other proposals will be considered after June 30th. What we reconfirmed tonight is that any proposals in the meantime would be given to council to share with the ad hoc committee to make sure they fit their plan. So I think it's very positive. I don't know that it needs a specific timeline. We'd have to discuss any involvement of the village with the budget process.
But if they had money raised themselves, your worship, would they be able to start doing some of that, or would they still have to come back to council to get it approved again?
I don't see why they can't start. I had the impression council was supporting.
Just to make it really, really clear so that people aren't muttering later about
I
it.
thought I made it clear then.
I want it to be
Go
clear,
ahead.
it's clear with all five of you guys involved.
I think we're fine. We said it.
You got that?
Well, Your Worship, I just wanted to Firstly, express appreciation to Councillor Moncrief for taking the initiative he did. And I realize it's a conditional approval of our ad hoc recommendations. But nonetheless, on behalf of our group, I would want to pledge our ongoing interest and commitment to work with the local people, all the stakeholders, to further the vision that we've presented to you back in April of 2006. And also thank you very much to the local media for supporting us in getting the message to all the village residents. And we look forward to just working with everyone here to see that this, I think, very worthwhile initiative and project moves forward. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we have a motion to terminate committee of the whole.
Motion to terminate committee of the whole.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, opposed, carried. Council's reconvened.
I'll make a motion to adopt committee of the whole recommendations.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, discussion, all in favor, opposed, carried. And